What if our distant ancestors survived the brutal cold by slipping into a deep sleep for months on end? New fossil discoveries from Atapuerca, Spain, suggest prehistoric humans may have endured freezing winters by resorting to primitive hibernation, a possibility that challenges everything we thought we knew about early human resilience. But here's where it gets controversial. The evidence stems from more than 1,600 ancient bones unearthed in Sima de los Huesos, a cavern within the Cueva Mayor cave system. These remains, estimated to be roughly 500,000 years old, reveal recurring skeletal damage that seems to follow a seasonal pattern, much like what biologists observe in modern hibernating animals. The big question? Did these early hominins, lacking fire, warm clothing, or stockpiled food, retreat into caves to ride out winters in a state of slowed metabolism? Decoding the lessons written in bone, a team of Greek and Spanish paleoanthropologists meticulously documented recurring signs of bone diseases in these fossils, specifically conditions linked to chronic nutritional stress and vitamin D deficiency caused by absence of sunlight. Among the symptoms, trabecular tunneling, osteitis fibrosa, and rachitic osteoplex. Most strikingly, these markers appeared predominantly in adolescent remains, suggesting that repeated bouts of bone growth disruption were a seasonal ordeal, not a one-time catastrophe. And this is the part most people miss. These skeletal pathologies didn't occur randomly. The injuries appeared year after year, at intervals that match the winter months, supporting the theory that these ancient people endured cycles of nutritional deprivation and metabolic stress. According to researchers, the damage aligns with ailments like renal rickets and secondary hyperparathyroidism, the same health problems modern hibernating animals sometimes face when dormancy is poorly managed. Caves, more than just shelter, a strategy for survival. The location of these fossils deep inside a vast cave network adds a fascinating twist. These weren't just occasional hiding spots from predators or bad weather. They may have been active tools for survival, optimized for minimizing energy use when conditions were deadly outside. In effect, these caves could have provided a stable, dark, and insulated environment, perfect for enabling the body to slow its processes when resources were scarce. Is it possible that humans once intentionally reduced their activity, entering a state similar to torpor each winter? With no evidence for advanced clothing or effective food storage, such a strategy might have been not just reasonable, but necessary. The biological downsides. Was hibernation really adaptive? Here's where opinions could diverge. While hibernation likely offered temporary relief from life-threatening cold and hunger, the fossil record tells a sobering story. The price was paid in lasting bone damage and compromised health, especially for adolescents, whereas animals like bears have evolved specialized mechanisms to protect bone and organ function during long dormancy. These hominins seem not to have possessed those safeguards. The study's authors emphasize that chronic mineral imbalances and stunted growth were the direct results of prolonged inactivity, lack of sunlight, and insufficient nutrition. Surviving the winter meant exposing oneself to an array of disorders and developmental challenges, a trade-off between living through the season and facing a lifetime of health struggles. Let's open the floor. Does this theory reveal a remarkable adaptive instinct, or was it a desperate gamble of last resort? Maybe ancient humans were more inventive than we realized, or perhaps they were simply pushed to extremes by circumstance. Would you accept hibernation as a real chapter in our evolutionary story, or do you see other explanations for these bone patterns? Jump into the comments with your take, whether you love this hypothesis or think it misses the mark. After all, the debate over our past is what keeps the story alive.